Hello, hello. I hope you all are doing well. Congratulations on making it to the end of week 4 and having submitted your first essay for the course. I've responded to all of the checkpoints today, and I'll be working through the essays over the course of the next week, and I'm grading everything in the order that it was received. So be patient, and I'll get everything back to you as soon as I can. I did hear from a couple of you during the essay writing process, and I got to meet with a couple of you, some online, some in person, so that was really great. Please keep in mind, if you ever need help, I'm glad to help you. You can drop into office hours. You can set an appointment with me up for Collaborate or in person. Just let me know what works for you. And I understand that people have vastly different schedules. If we need to set up something outside office hours, that's totally fine. So don't struggle in silence. If you need help, please, please, please get in touch. All right, so we have done our science unit, and now we're going to move into our social science unit. So social sciences includes fields like sociology, psychology, and psychology is kind of on the cusp between the sciences and the social sciences. Sometimes it's considered more sciencey, sometimes it's considered more social sciencey. Sometimes history is considered a social science. I won't go on and on with all of that, since you'll get a fair amount of it in the reading from They Say, I Say. So things to think about with the social sciences: a lot of the research in the social sciences is based on observation, and it is frequently qualitative research. I remember I screwed that up in the last time I talked about it. So rather than necessarily hard numbers, there will often be more descriptive answers. It's more about experiences, more kind of a holistic look at the research than super specific. So keep that in mind. We will be continuing to work with APA and the social sciences, American Psychological Association. So we will carry on with that. We will be beginning our social science writing project. This project, I give you some options. So you can go one of two routes. You can do an actual observation report, which I'll talk about in a little bit more detail later, or you can do a study proposal. So with the observation report, you will carry out an observation of some type. So it could be at a particular event. It could be watching people at a particular place. Now, I also understand in this time of COVID and gathering restrictions and people not feeling great about doing that, you may not want to do that. I also offer this study proposal option. The study proposal option is cool too if there's something that you want to study, but there's not a way that you could do it simply and easily. So you would essentially set up what would need to happen for the study. So the Science Writing Project folder, we have a description for the observation report and for the study proposal. We're going to do these in a couple of steps. Of course, the first thing you're going to do, pick your topic. And if there's something that you're interested in and you're not quite sure if it would work, feel free to get in touch. I'm happy to talk to you about these and what people have done in the past. Speaking of things that people have done in the past, I guess it might be helpful for me to mention a couple of those. In this past spring, when we had mask mandates in place, one of the students in my spring class did an observation on how many people were compliant going into a grocery store. Like, he sat far out outside and watched, and he, over like I think it was a 15 to 20 minute period, looked at who was complying and who wasn't, and collected the his best guess at their demographics as he did that. I have had people observe behaviors at particular events. So I know one was a military graduation. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Not a military graduation. My brain just shorted out. I've been grading a lot today. A military promotion ceremony. There we go. It's not a graduation. It's totally different. So, looking to see what the behavior norms were, how people acted, those sorts of things. I've had people do observations of children's interactions. I have had people, one that was really fun, a person did an observation on how people acted and communicated in a online video game. So there are a whole lot of different things that you can do. I've had people do research proposals, study proposals on educational issues, because you often can't actually carry out a study or an observation in an educational setting. Also with medical settings. So if there's something you're interested in, there may be an angle that we could take with your observation report. It is important when you do your observation, if you choose to go that route, to remain objective. You need to be an unbiased observer as much as possible. So going to an event, trying to do an observation at an event that you're participating in often doesn't work well. So if you have an idea, let's talk. I'm glad to help you figure it out. So for this project, you'll pick your topic, and then you're going to do some research. Whether you go the study proposal route or the observation route, you're going to need to create a literature review. A literature review is an overview of the information already out there in the field. The research has already been done. This is not the same as an annotated bibliography where you go through and you briefly summarize or describe each source. A literature review covers topics rather than summarizing entire sources. I will talk about that more in detail in next week's or when week 6's video, and there's plenty of information on that there as well. Also, I'll be opening the week 6 folder tomorrow along with a couple of others. I've been doing a little bit of reconfiguring and trying to keep things paced really well. I don't want to overwhelm you with work, whether written or reading, so I have been trying to move stuff around and make it work a little better for y'all. We have the readings there. This week, it's reading, thinking about your topics, starting some preliminary research, doing Journal 3. I'm going to be adding in some inquisitive and activities and library tutorials to help. I found out about some additional library resources yesterday, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll add those in to assist you, and I'll post an announcement once they're there. And that's not like I'm adding this in for more work for this week. That's in a, hey, here's some supplemental stuff. So I'll get some things added in that will be helpful. So I'll stop there since I seem to be out of words, since I can't even remember the phrase military promotion ceremony. If you all need help, as always, please get in touch. I am around. I'm glad to help. If you feel like you need a little assistance, just reach out. So I'm going to go get to work on your science writing projects, and I hope you all have a great week.